With the lyrics and the melodies with us. I can't work with you.
We got the giggles. Sorry, hyper. Had a coffee from my cousin.
Yeah, ready to go?
I think so.
You're right. Look, Tom's more like, hi, I'm Tom and I'm fabulous. This song that I wrote about waiting for Olivia.
We're at this house party. And we're at this house party.
The lyrics for Stars in Hollywood came from the inspiration of wanting to get out and follow your dreams. And in particular, we'd had the lyrics changed quite a lot. And in school, for me, they always said that I should pick something more realistic. And then that's where, with the lyric, the opening lyric, if you could be anything, what would you choose to be? And it's like, that's from that conversation with the careers advisor to say, you know, you should pick something realistic, you shouldn't want to be a musician. And I was like, well, no, because someone's got to do it, so I might as well give it a go. People can connect with it a lot, like the chorus, you see a lot of people singing, you know, I don't want to be like facing the crowd or whatever, and I think it's very uplifting. We went through quite a few changes as well. We were deciding like lyrically, and it just wasn't fitting, and we had a late session here where we spent ages on the lyrics, and then Tom didn't like them, and then we threw them away and started again in the morning after some clear heads. And then it really came together there and became Stars in Hollywood.
It's definitely a relatable track.
Nicky starts it off with a drum beat, you're just waiting for it to kick in, and you can just, easy to just rock with and move with, it just gets you going straight away.
Yeah, right.
Second video we did after Bridges, that was the first like real professional video in the studio, and that was really fun to shoot as well.
It's got a big chorus, big hook, you know, gets you singing along straight away.
Yeah, it works really well. Like as a whole, the album we got quite a strong start, and then like, we do a bit more experimental stuff with like Stay of the Night and things like that. Well, not really experimental, but you know what I mean. And then Stars comes in, a bit more familiarity around some of the newer songs that people wouldn't have heard. Here is Stars in Hollywood.
The time for second chances, we get what we wish for. The laughter we both wanted, it's all we need and more. And I'm too tired to stay, and I don't want to wait. 7 little words you whisper, and every little word you said that day. I still remember that you felt the same way. Say, I don't wanna be left in this town. I don't wanna be a face in the crowd. When I open my eyes, it all looks so good. 'Cause all I wanna do is shine like stars in Hollywood.
Yeah, so this tune came about. We were deep in writing, and I was just messing around on my acoustic guitar at home, and I come up with this riff, and I brought it in and showed it to Reese. Reese was like, "What you got, man? Hey man, what you got?" That was Reese. And then he was like, "Oh, it's cool," and then he changed it and he tweaked it, and that became the main riff of the tune.
Because there was quite a lot of open space in the verses, so like, it was the first time I'd really focused on doing a proper bass line.
This song is like your favourite song on the album. It's really dark. I regret better. Sing along. That's the hardest
thing. It's a great like chorus, chanting along, and the verse is like so dark and moody. And
yeah.
It's just a different vibe to the rest of the album, which I think is good. Makes it stand out as a track as well.
Yeah, we've always sort of clung on to that track as like our sort of mine and your track in it, definitely.
It just sticks in your head, like, you know, I have to play someone like the chorus, and then the rest of the day just like singing it. Yeah. Because of the chanting, like the only get better. And yeah, we're just really proud of that, pleased with that.
Yeah, it's big. From the album, we recorded it, it was like, so all these guys went off, I think they went off to make some dinner and come back down, and I was recording the drums at Red City Studios, and I was just, one of them songs I can really get my teeth into, and I get quite angry with it in a good sense. So when I play it, I'm like, if you see me play it, I'll be like, rah, but in a good way.
Like channeling the emotions.
Channel, yeah, I always, because that song is about relationship, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, it's not in a good place at the moment, but obviously, as the track suggests, it will get better. It's got to persevere and power through.
Does it suggest that?
I think it suggests that. Well, that's what I take from it.
Yeah, I guess so. I think everyone's been there in any sort of relationship, whether it be a partner or it's
A working relationship.
family.
Family relationship.
Yeah, working exactly. So, and then you know it's only going to get better. So it's very. That's whenever I play that song, I always think for anything. So I always get it's quite emotional.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the vibe of the song. You know, it might seem a bit negative in the verses, but it has a positive message really. So it's a good contrast between the sound and the actual meaning.
Everyone just sort of seems to play that one extra not passion. I can't think of the word.
Just with the emotion that the song's trying to portray, I think. You know.
That's the word. That's the beauty of writing, is that whatever anyone's doing in their life, whatever anyone's going through in their life, it's going to come out in the music. So I think that's what we try to portray in the whole album. Is it's going to get that across. That's how we're all feeling.
Check out "Only Get Better."
I've been waiting so long. You got me so long. Is this the end? 'Cause I'm waiting another day. Is this the end of me? I woke up crying for you. Feel like it never made. Only get better, only get better. I feel what's still yet to say. I know you're never letting go of me. Feel like it never made. Only get better, only get better. Say I'm never going anywhere. I've just chosen not to leave.
Y.O.U came from a demo I had of a full song. It was probably the first song I brought to the band that was a full song with everything. I was working on it in the studio when we were recording Wake Up. Just sat there with like my guitar just plugged straight into the laptop. Recording quality wasn't that good, but it was just an idea I had to get down.
And then
Playing wasn't that good either, was it?
nah, it's never that good on demos.
Got inspired by Slaves and Emarosa and like Johnny Craig in particular, and wanted a song that got a bit more edge and something that was really driving and really complex and a lot of moving parts to it, and then just showed the band and seemed to go from there.
Yeah, it's quite sharp in it. The song was quite a sharp song. I think we had like 2 weeks to get like 4 songs done before we started recording, so like pressure. And he shows that it was like drum parts. I only changed a few bits of the drums and just put my little stamp on it, but didn't really need to do much else because you pretty much written it all. It sounded good. So
The hardest song for me to play on the album.
you can chuckle there.
No, I was just thinking like
It is. It's out of all of them. I think it's for the to play live as well. It's one of my favourites to play live.
on the demo I was like, oh, this will really work, and like playing loads of like intricate parts, and then it came to recording it, I was like, oh, okay, I've got to put it all together now.
And then you got to play it live.
Yeah, and then got to play it live, and that was it's going really well, but like usually I'm running about, and now I'm just like stay still. It's not fret watching, shoegazer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Everyone's sort of like let out a bit of steam on that middle part.
Yeah, it seems to really attack it live, and it's really good.
And like the lyrically, it's like, we are broke, we don't care no more. It's like that's like, it's another open one, I guess. It's quite an open song, but it's just like on your beat. It could mean loads of things.
Yeah, I mean, it
could mean the industry, music industry.
Could mean the relationship's gone broke. It could just mean you got no money.
This is Y.O.U.
Coming out so scared. I guess it's been forever, and I can't help but stop and start again. It's funny how the times have changed. I hope you still remember, 'cause I know I never let you go. I never wanna go back. There's nothing there
Ruins started off as a riff we had for Waiting for Olivia when we played live. It was this little intro, something really simple that just built into the track, quite nice. But then we thought we should probably expand it a bit more.
We thought that we didn't want to waste it, so we'd try and spawn a new song off it. And the chords that Dan had was great over it, and you had the vocals as well and some melodies, didn't you? So you were singing it and playing it as well, and it ruined the practice room. And Nicky just picked up the beat, started playing. Dan was just playing, and very rare moment, Dan looked over and was like, just do some lead. I said, I just did the first song that came to my head, and that's the lead that's there now. Another one of those songs that just gelled really quickly. The lyrics made the song, it all gelled together really well. And then after we spoke down, well, we stopped and spoke to Tom about what the lyrics meant, we sort of like gave it a different dimension.
But I thought he was singing "We Are Not Machines." I thought that's really cool, but he wasn't. He was singing something completely different. The name, because it's the story of like a relationship that's in ruins.
I wanted that big atmospheric sort of like reverb and delay, sort of a thin lead sound, but then fills in the gaps of where there's not anything being played, but nothing that's too much that will take away from the vocals. And I also still like to work with Nicky's foot, so the lead it still works on Nicky's foot, it doesn't just fly over the song, it still works in together, and that really works well, especially when Dan's playing really tight with Nicky and Luke, because it's such a tight but big song. I think that works, and I think that is why we wanted it as the ending track of the album as well, because it just builds up, and then it's just like, it's a big message that we're not fucking machines. We are human beings. We make mistakes. We do things that we might not regret, and
we feel more than anything.
We've all got emotions and stuff, and that's why it's just a great album ending, just to remind people that this is who we are and this is who you are. The crowd always seem to grasp onto it, and they sing it back as well, and that is a very overwhelming sort of thing when you've got the crowd singing back your emotions, because you're giving them emotions and they can feel it and adapt to that, and then they sing it back to you. Yeah, there's a lot of dynamics in that song, and I think we always like to play with dynamics anyway, but with that song it just sort of came. We didn't think about it too much, it was just needed for the song, and we knew musically that that's the direction it should have gone, and that's why the song's quite like, nice, and it just like kind of float really well. It's good.
When we were in the studio, it really came together, the middle section. We were with Dave, he said, well, we should move this bit here and really get that to crescendo, then it dropped back down for the last thing, and he stopped and start, and so the dynamics are up and down. It's easier to have that last push at the end rather than a build, because the song doesn't need that.
That middle part all came together in the studio, didn't it? The lead line that I had for it wasn't actually a lead line, it was more of a chords, but there was just something that was clashing with the chords and the vocals and everything else, it just wasn't working. So we stopped, and we ended up putting a tremolo picking bit in, didn't we?
Yeah.
You were right, but it was like the first song.
First song he does the lead line on, and he gets tremolo picking. I
think it definitely gives that sort of feel, because originally it was just like picking it slowly, which is a bit boring and crap. Yeah. The delays weren't working with it, fuck this. So we started like doing the tremolo on it, and it gave it a bit more of a wider sort of sound.
Bits like that in the studio that you can't really plan for, and it's good to have that, to be able to listen back to it and go, that's not working, let's try somewhere else, and you go, whoa.
And this is Ruins.
Sitting at the table, reaching for your drink. What I'd hope to say stays behind.